Central Melbourne this afternoon has left 3 people dead, one of them an infant, and as many as 20 others injured. A man roared his car in circles around the intersection at Flinders Street Station, then careered down the iconic Bourke Street shopping precinct before deliberately ploughing into the crowd.
Lunchtime, Melbourne's bustling CBD. A speeding car erratically driving in circles outside Flinders Street railway station. Suddenly it speeds off with police in pursuit, heading towards the Bourke Street Mall. Pedestrians run for their lives, taking shelter in shops.
The car was coming full speed along the footpath, people were jumping out of the way.
At least 20 people run down, the street littered with carnage.
Everybody side. Stop. Conscious?
It was mayhem, passers-by treating the injured. 3 people died at the scene, a toddler believed to be among the dead. Office workers watched in horror from above. Initially feared to be a terrorist attack, it quickly emerged it was crime-related and not an act of terror.
This is not a CT-related incident.
Police had been chasing the car, eventually opening fire on the driver. He was injured and dragged out and, like his victims, treated by paramedics on the footpath.
We have the offender in custody. There is no further threat to the public at this stage.
Unsure if he was acting alone, buildings in the city's CBD were thrown into lockdown. Police swarmed the area, some heavily armed. It happened right in the middle of lunch hour. This woman was on a tram.
Oh, it's horribly to see as we moved away, we just see people all down the side of Bourke Street on the ground. So yeah, no, it's horrible.
In a bizarre twist, the same car and its driver can clearly be seen here in the background of a Today Show live cross about a suburban stabbing this morning.
We believe it was connected with the earlier incident in Windsor this morning.
The driver was wanted over a brawl in which a man was stabbed. Nine's footage shows he turned up as Neary Ty was giving her live report. It's now emerged that after the brawl at Windsor, the suspect took a woman hostage. She managed to escape on the Bolt Bridge before the driver headed to Flinders Street railway station, where he was spotted doing burnouts. Witnesses say he was ranting about being followed by the government and asteroids were coming. He then sped down Swanston Street before turning left onto the Bourke Street Mall. Police stopped the car on the corner of William Street. The deadly rampage was over.
We are bigger and stronger and better than this evil criminal act today.
We thank and acknowledge the heroism, the professionalism of the police and the emergency workers who rushed to the aid of the victims.
Simon Bodo, 9 News.
And Seb Costello is at Bourke Street Mall for us this evening. Seb, such a shocking incident. What more is known about the driver?
Good evening, Elizabeth. As we go to air, more and more details are coming out about this 26-year-old, and we can now tell you that only in the recent hours he was charged with an assault-related offence by police, and in that case the allegation was made by a relative of his. We also understand that he has some drug issues, some mental health issues. Of course, that doesn't completely explain why he would take part in this tragically unhinged behaviour this afternoon. As for his victims, as you heard before, there is over 20 people in hospital, and I can tell you that at Melbourne's Royal Children's Hospital there is a 3-month-old child who's currently in a critical condition, and also a 2-year-old child who's in the intensive care unit. As for the atmosphere down here on the scene, it's still very much one of shock, but at the moment Victoria Police have put huge resources on the ground, and they're going through what is an enormous crime scene to piece together their investigation, and they'll be here for quite some time.
Just a terrible incident, Seb. Thank you. Donald Trump